I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Welcome to episode number 14 of the OpTic podcast with your usual host with the most, Money B, money problems, no problems.
Zapataski, fatapatasco.
Ese metero, ese petotopotoro. All right. We have Pamaj as a special guest this week. Thank you for joining us.
No problem. Just had to come in and pour some maple syrup everywhere. That's what you got to do.
Nice. Thank you.
Everywhere.
You
got
can't
it.
do one like video segment without talking about maple syrup.
What? Yeah, I can.
There's always something about Canada, maple
Southern
syrup,
comfort.
something.
Yeah,
There's
we're
always
back.
something about Southern comfort. Like,
And then here we go with OpTic hacks. And, you know, first and foremost, apologies. It's been 2 weeks since we last uploaded. This should be episode.
We've been busy.
It's fine. We got to figure out a way to not be that.
We got to get on the road with it.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
need a
yeah.
sprinter.
we do.
Yeah, I like
With
that
couches
pose.
in there.
That would be.
Just
That
talk.
would be.
Yo,
dope.
imagine if we would have done it from Vegas in the suite, in the marquee. Southern Comfort didn't join us, though. He left
Sounds
us
expensive.
left us out to dry.
It's all good.
Turtle wax
It's
had
all
it, bro.
good,
Don't worry
yeah.
about that. How have you had? Well, actually, they had some of the rooms. The one that I got was a comped room. So,
Yeah, I'm just gonna put this out there. Hex, I owe you some money, bro.
bro, a lot of people. What
Bro,
did you eat?
listen, no, I ate a few M&Ms. That's
Oh,
that's not the bad part.
Wait, why do you?
Yeah, we were
just in the room bored as hell, right? I was just walking around. I opened the fridge and I was like, let me fuck around. I grabbed 2 bottles. I'm like, let's go. And I'm like, oh shit.
The sensors
they just
went off?
charged me.
Yeah. He didn't
I put
know.
them back in there like.
Yeah, but all right, we'll get to Vegas really quick. So we've missed a lot of things, right? We have with 2 weeks worth of like stuff that we could have talked. Like a lot of bad shit happened that we'll touch on a little bit, and it was just a 2 weeks full of just like good shit that we could have talked, but we weren't anywhere to be found. Like the amount of stuff that we had to do in preparation to go on this like 7-day long like thing in on the West Coast was just way too much for us to do.
I thought we recorded 2. Did we not record 2 podcasts like to get ahead? Or was
No,
that just
bro,
smooth?
you think it's smooth competition?
Smooth comp?
Yeah,
The only
this
thing is, like, I feel like when you're like in LA or somewhere, the days just go so slow. Like the nights and just throughout the day, just like my days when I was in LA, it felt like I was going on forever.
Took long.
The nights
yeah.
never ended for me. It felt like I was going to sleep.
There were
7
more than
a.m.,
24
6
hours.
a.m.
I swear out there, dude.
Not
For
me.
real, bro.
I was in bed by 10:30. Woke
crazy,
up at
man.
9, I think. My vlog was all over the place. It was bad. It was like I would upload at like 2:00 today, like time, and then it was like 11 over there. It was just bad.
Yeah, that was
I was on my
crappy.
worst form when it came to my vlog, but I didn't miss a day. I kept on uploading daily as I do.
Did you do
But
some LA fishing or not?
no.
fish?
No. I was. It's been about a month and a half since I've been fishing.
Wow.
But yeah,
Couple
it
slaps
was
on the
a
wrist.
whole bunch of stuff. So we went to Vegas. Pamaj joined us. It was a brisk mate. I'm sorry. It was a turtle wax outing. We went to go shoot a video. It was supposed to embody, you know, living life on the go, right? Just like doing everything like on the go, and we did. We came up with a plan on what they're like. What do you want to do? What do you think will be like good? And what the original concept was that we were gonna drive from here to Austin, Texas, for the X Games.
Oh, okay.
That was the original plan on a Mustang and like different cars. Just
How
like,
long is that drive?
At least 12 hours.
Oh my.
It's 8 just to Arkansas. And from Arkansas to Austin is maybe another 8.
Yeah.
Dude,
I couldn't
I'm just thinking about my tailbone through the whole ride.
All right,
was
so we're gonna
rough.
talk about the tailbone because nobody knows what happened. Let's start there
Let's
because
start there. All right.
that was in chronological order
And yes,
that happened.
I blame Mike for this. Listen to how it happened. Ready? I'm like, all right. 9 a.m. I wake up, wiping the crust out.
Okay,
my eye.
stop.
I'm in New York for Summer Jam
Okay, thank you.
at a hotel, literally in the middle of Manhattan, like legitimately in the middle. I walk 5 seconds on the street, I see Times Square. Like, wow, you know what I mean? So, 9 a.m. I'm like, fuck, man. I'm starting to take a shower, get ready for the day. I'm like, I don't have any Q-tips. Mike just so happens to FaceTime me. He's like, yo, come upstairs. I'm like, you have Q-tips? He's like, all right. He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
You guys
So
were
I go
both
up
staying in
there.
a hotel for Summer Jam?
Yeah, he was in a different room though.
Oh, okay.
So I go up, literally. See, if I would have took the elevator, this would have never happened. But the elevators were too long. So, and the staircase was right outside of my room.
Yeah.
So boom, I run right up the stairs. But it was like that. It's like that concrete, but it's like painted over.
Yeah, shine. It's like our steps right here, going up to the elevator.
What you mean?
It's like epoxy.
Oh yeah, right there, exactly.
It's called
And-
epoxy. Okay.
Well, no, it's not that floor, but it's actually concrete with like gray paint over it.
Okay.
But anyway, besides the point, so I start coming down the stairs, bro. Literally, it was like someone pushed me or tripped me at the top of the stairs. I didn't go down one, fall, go down two, fall. It was top stairs, slip somehow, fall right on my tailbone. And I slid down every stair. Like I was thinking, sliding down, like, oh shit, how am I gonna stop? I put my hand on this, on like this, on the stairs, and I made that noise like on a basketball court or something. If you fall, bro, I got to the ground, spun out, like slid into the wall. I got up. I was just like, you know how like you hit places, it feels like a little sore right there, or like it hurts.
You got up immediately? Or
Yeah, I got right up. Well, I got up, got the Q-tip that I dropped, came back down. I was like, I don't feel nothing. Took a nap, bro. Woke up. My body was hurting. I literally woke up. Was like, oh. I stood up. Tailbone. I knew it was a problem. I don't know what's wrong with that. I still haven't got it checked. But I get up.
You can't get it checked. If you break a tailbone, you can't. It's like breaking a toe.
I just gotta get the donut to sit on.
They can't like pop it back in place or something?
Well, no. It's just the tailbone is literally just a knob, like a little knob at the end of your back. Oh. It's anyway. I hurt mine when I was a little kid. Okay, here comes the Hector, stories and Juarez. We used to live in this house. This is a house where people used to jump on top of the roof, like in the middle of the night, like trying to like get into your like house to steal shit.
Like the shanty houses or whatever they're called.
No. Okay, the regular fucking houses, Will. Okay, Jesus. There's no dirt roads, and it's just concrete. Everything's concrete. Everything is concrete, including the walls. So when I did a somersault onto the bed, I jumped in and I did a somersault and I landed, tailbone first, into the wall. I had to have been at least like 5. It was so for the last 31 years, my one of the reasons that I fly first, not only do I deserve it, but one of the other reasons is because it's because I legit like am in the most like I will go like this. I'm like, if I lift like this, that's how I have to lift. I'm imagining it. Like if I'm in the middle seat or anything like that, I have to get up that way because
trust me, I'm that way. Bro, I was getting up in the plane, just going in the bathroom and standing up on my phone, browsing Twitter.
Just so you could stand up?
Yeah, just so I can, feel relieved.
That's rough.
Yeah, the flight was
good. Well, what I'm telling you is that it's never going away.
Oh, it's going away.
No.
I'll get surgery or something.
You can't. I'm telling you can't. And if somebody out there's a chiropractor or knows anything about
then my life is screwed. My life is going to suck.
You're going to have to fly first class.
All right.
You deserve it.
Thank you.
Don't play yourself. You're worth it.
I deserve this first class too.
All right. So you went to Summer Jam. What happened? Was it like you and Mike just decided one day we're going to Summer Jam? I'm like, you're coming back on Monday because our flight's on Tuesday. Do not miss this flight because you're gonna pay for your own flight. You're gonna
Vegas. So I made sure I didn't miss the flight. We got back here. I forget what time we got back here, but Summer Jam was dope. Actually, it wasn't dope because like all the main artists didn't perform because it got rain delayed for like the longest time, and it was going until like 4 a.m. and we had to catch our flight. So I was like, we only watched a few artists performing and we left. But yeah, there was like some crazy ass fight in the crowd on the ground. Like I was in the like up top a little bit, and I can look down on the floor. Yeah, there was a fight, bro. All you see is people just swarming away, chairs getting kicked over, police running through. It was insane. They said someone ended up getting stabbed.
Did you record it?
What?
Nah.
Where was your phone?
I was in my pocket.
I don't think that's one of the things you want to record though.
100%.
That's exactly what I want to record.
That's exactly what. Look,
World Star.
No. We do. Look, if there's a car, and I'm the first to do this, and I don't know if you guys do this, and I recommend that you guys do this. If you're ever in traffic and you see that somebody got pulled over, there's a crash, do the right thing. Look away. Don't look at it. You're gonna slow everything down. Just look away.
That is true.
For the past like 7 years, I've been that guy. I look away. I just keep my eyes straight. I don't even look at it, acknowledge it. I don't like if there's
cops.
Crash
you're talking about?
Yeah, crash.
Oh, okay.
Because if you look at traffic, like there's a lot of traffic, but there's nothing in front of it. It's just people slowing down,
to look,
being curious and nosy as all hell, just to be
right.
Ooh, nosy. I make it a point to not be that person. I just look ahead. But if there's a fight, okay, 2 human beings deciding to be violent towards each other, I'm gonna record it, and if Fwiz is there, I'm gonna tell him to commentate it. Done it in the past.
It's not like he was in a position to help anyway. He couldn't really break it up.
That's
you
true.
were upstairs.
I was up top. I mean,
you were about like 100 feet away.
Video evidence for the court.
Exactly. I could have helped out. Maybe I would have definitely screamed "World Star."
Was that during Kanye performed? Right.
Yeah, he came out first. Like the crowd went crazy.
That wasn't during Kanye's performance.
Nah. It was after. It was actually during like I think DJ Khaled or someone.
Oh, really?
Fat Joe's, I think.
DJ Khaled was there?
Yeah, he was. That guy's annoying, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Everything is. I hit him. He was like, "You guys think I'm done?" Hit him with another one. Like he's so annoying. Like, it's old.
Well, he's got to play his like.
Nah,
I mean, look,
nah.
that's his intro. Like, think about it, like you don't think that every single time I'm like, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
Nah,
You know?
yeah, but like he just overdoes everything. He's like, peace, positivity. It's what we need. And you know, when he's backstage, he's. I can't wait to get the fuck.
He does
outta
like
here.
stress every word that he
Yeah,
says.
it's
too.
so annoying.
Got it. All right. So you guys got back and we had to go to Vegas. All right. They won. Okay. Now I have to figure out where the COD team is going to be playing from. All right, because they're not going to miss their league match because the CWO is not going to, ESL is not going to like accommodate even if you put in a request ahead of time. If you put in a request ahead of time, like, hey, we have a sponsorship thing, blah blah blah. They're gonna be like, well, other teams are gonna do their best to be there. You should do the same. It's like, well, we have a sponsor thing that we got to do. It's like, well, that's none of our business, is the way that they pretty much put it. So I'm like, all right. So I get on Google, look up LAN centers. I find one. It's called Press Start Gaming or something. And I hit them. And I'm like, yo, I shot them emails. I was like, hey, do you guys have PS4s? And how good is your connection, et cetera? Basic questions. They reply. The owner replies like, hey, man, let's we have everything that you need except that we don't have three Black Ops 3 games. We have 4 stations. We have really, really good internet. They're BenQ monitors, the whole shebang. Okay. He's like, hey, is it cool if we like advertise that you guys are gonna be here? I'm like, no. This ain't that kind of party. What we're gonna show up. We're gonna play our match. We'll just work. Right. This isn't an appearance. This isn't any of that. This isn't an opportunity for you to promote your business or whatever. They were very accommodating, and then obviously we gave them, I gave them a shout out afterwards, and told everybody, thank you, the whole thing. But I needed to make sure that these guys were gonna be able to play, right? So that everything's ready according to them, everything. So I show up, and they're like, we don't have 3 games, and I was like, God damn it! All right, I'm like, where's the nearest GameStop? He's like, come on, I'll take you. The owner's like, come on, I'll take you. So I get in his car, we go, we talk a little business about like not business between us, but just business in general, like like how our LAN centers. A good thing to have. Are they profitable? Maybe we can put one together, right? And then have like our merch store, and then like have the do something like that. And we talked a little bit. He took me. We bought 3 games, and then we went back, and they put in their disc, and sure enough, they hadn't updated them. So to update the multiplayer thing takes a long ass time.
It was an update for the game or for the console?
Wasn't it like 20 gigabytes or something like that to update it or something?
Yeah,
What?
it was a lot. It took 45 minutes. We were gonna be late, so Fizzer's team, H2K, was like real cool about it. They're like, let's just move it to the end of the night, like blah blah. Everybody was okay with it. The league though, the ESL was like, well, maybe we don't. It was like that's not the way things work. Like it's not up to H2K on whether or not they want to postpone, right? They're thinking at it from like a content standpoint. Like they have a show to run,
Right.
and either if you're not there, you're gonna get DQ'd or not. But we're there to play a league. We don't care about like the advertisement or the well, they don't advertise, but that's the other thing. They don't advertise, so I don't know what they're missing, right? So I'm like, well, we need to do this. We need to play. We're updating. We're doing. I went too far. All right, I went too far. Getting out of the hotel, it is 103. Okay, like walking out of the hotel, 103. I see taxi line. It's like it's a 15-minute wait for a taxi. I tell my guy, because I was at the MGM. I know my guy, so I'm like, hey, Pablo. I'm like, hey, do you have any black cars? And then he's like, yeah, you see the limo right there? I'm like, yeah. He's like, it's gonna cost you. And I'm like, all right, look, anything for my team. That's what I said. So we get in this fucking limo. Okay, we're driving. There's like no. I'm like, yo, can you turn the AC on? He's like, yeah. I'm like, Crim's sweating, right? Like he pulls out his camera. He's like, guys, look, I'm leaking and blah blah. I'm shiny. There's none but hot air coming from the AC unit. Something dude starts pulling over, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on? We're on the highway. We're on top of a bridge, and he pulls over and says, the car overheated.
What?
I was like, fuck. What do you mean it overheated? What do you mean You're a limo. This is supposed to be luxury. There's no AC back here. There's no ice, no waters. Like, what's going on? right?
While you're on the way to the
To meet our match, right? And then after that, that's when I realized that it hadn't been updated. So it's just like one thing after another. You try to do a nice thing by getting him a limo, not making him wait in a taxi, you get punished. You go out of your way to get the discs, to update everything, to get them there. The league wants to punish. Well, they don't want to punish you, but you know what I'm saying. Like I was doing everything I could, moving hell and high water to make sure that these guys were gonna be able to sit down and play. All right, so no, I call an Uber. You know what I'm saying? I call an Uber right away. Yeah, on the highway. And I'm like, I don't know if you know where I'm at, but I am on this bridge. I'm facing this direction. Please come get us. All right. So we're sitting there sweating. Windows are open. I'm pulling I'm pulling out my camera at this point just to distract me from because when it comes to heat, I die easily. You know what I'm saying? I say to myself, I'm a hyperventilator.
I don't even think.
Las Vegas was hot, yo. Like dumb hot. Like hotter than Cali.
We were racing the cars.
It's almost like you're in a desert or some shit.
It is. Middle of nowhere.
Yes.
It's like they put Vegas in the middle of a desert.
They did.
Because it's a city, and then all around it is like nothing but mountains, desert, and even the drive to Las Vegas, even the drive to Cali was just nothing but desert.
Yeah, you're right.
Go on.
So anyway, so I was sitting there, and then Lalo, who was our camera guy for the time because Hitch had to go to Poland, he called an Uber from the hotel, and he was on his way in a compact 3 Series BMW, and he sees us because he sees our tweets, and he's like, "Hey, slow down if you see a limo on the side of the road." So the guy slows down, right? Because at this point we had all gotten out of the cars. We see that, and then he pulls over. Lalo gets out of the car, and then the 4 COD guys are like, "Man, fuck these guys. Let's fucking get in this fucking car and get there." If we didn't have to play a match, I would have thought bad about it. All right, but we had to play a match, so I'm gonna let him slide on that one. Selfish little. Right? So I'm sitting there with Lalo outside, and I pull my phone. It's 106, and I'm like, "What the hell, dude?" And I see my man's just having a hard time. Right, it's this older dude. Immediately, I'm like, he's just trying to feed his family. They gave him this limo. You know, I had compassion for the dude, right? But at the same time, I'm like, come on, man. You're interfering with work and business.
The COD team already left at this point? They
left. We were out there for 15 minutes in the heat of the desert, bro. In the desert heat.
You know me, my mood went.
Bro, I had pants on. Okay? I had pants on. So I see my Uber driver, and I'm like, hell yeah. I see him. He pulls over behind him instead in front. And I'm like, Lalo, let's roll. I walk by the dude, tap him on the shoulder. I'm like, man, I hope your day gets better. Kept walking. Didn't pay him anything. Is that bad?
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, I don't know if you
shouldn't have said what?
You should at least
you didn't pay the driver anything?
No, I gave him a tip, but I didn't pay him. I'm like, here's $20. Hope your day gets better.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
At that point, that's all I could do. I was mad. I was a different person. I was delirious.
It was no one's fault. It was no one's fault except the limo's.
No, it was his fault.
How was it his fault?
He
It was
drove
the
the
car.
car too hard.
He drove the car, man. He
left it running outside in Vegas.
Like, come on, man. You should know.
Accelerating too hard when it's
look,
hot outside.
You should know your equipment.
There you go.
Okay, that's your job.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If I show up at an event and my controller, I know that one of the joysticks is bad, and I show up there and that falls off, whose fault is that?
That's yours.
It's my fault. You think somebody's gonna give you $20 and say thanks for trying? No, I was nice because I feel bad for the dude. But anyway, we ended up doing that. Maybe
I just have more sympathy than other people. I think
that's
what it is.
Wait,
for sure.
who has more sympathy?
Me.
Well, I did the same thing that you would do. What would you have done?
I wouldn't have said it was his fault.
Who's okay? First of all, I didn't say it. I'm telling my friends. Hey guys, it's between us. Don't tell anyone. Okay. Now go on.
I wouldn't have said it was his fault.
This is a safe place, Pamaj.
Wait,
you just the internet is a safe place.
You didn't tell the guy to his face.
The internet is not a safe place. What's that?
I said you didn't tell him to his face. It was his fault.
No, he was having a shitty day.
I thought that's okay. I thought that was my entire idea. My bad.
No,
but I think I would have tipped him a little bit more.
More than $20 for not getting you somewhere, for getting your team almost DQ'd.
You just sold this guy as like a family guy just trying to get by.
Yeah, well, you know what else? We pay taxes, so
I got no sympathy.
Yeah, don't bring this
after
up. All right, let's move it along. We're going to Cali. What's next? All
right, so we went on the racetrack.
Damn,
we spun around a couple of cars. Pamash, you drove the McLaren. What did you think?
Thought it was
he was
great.
Getting lapped. He was driving that shit slow because you know his knees just hitting the steering wheel.
Yeah, dude. Like I couldn't even like turn my head left and right. My head was literally touching the roof.
Oh yeah, that was the shitty part when I got.
I couldn't do anything.
Wait, you drove a McLaren, you drove the Ferrari. I saw Ian's video today. What the hell was he driving?
I don't know what
the Lamborghini.
Some
it was the Aventador like.
It was something. The name,
bro. Ian paid.
It was actually like a track car. Like you gotta climb in.
There was no luxury. There was no metal in there,
either.
Bro, Ian paid extra for 2 extra laps, and tell me how he finished all of his laps before I did. I had 5 laps,
bro.
He had 7. He said hi to me when I was done driving. Yo.
He's a maniac,
done.
bro.
Yeah.
Okay,
He had
so
to see his face afterwards. There was no air conditioning in the car.
everything was paid for. All right, he chose to pay an additional, I think, like $600 for 2 extra laps and to get the fastest car on the track. It was an Aventador, like something.
Some weird.
It was nuts.
It was incredibly fast.
A spaceship.
So people started. He did, I think, like 8 laps, and everybody else was doing 4 laps.
Yeah.
He lapped everyone, finished before everyone, going fast.
I saw him pass. Were you in the red Ferrari?
Yeah.
I was
that
probably
you?
skunk, but I ain't
Oh, sad.
Oh,
no,
really?
but they didn't ride at the same time.
Oh, okay.
No.
I saw him pass
I ain't
somebody
taking-
in the
I ain't
Ferrari. I
taking
thought
this
it was Booz.
No, that was Ken. Ken was driving the Ferrari.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. But, you know,
That car
when
is
we got
nice.
there, I'm like, I'm going to pick a car that I would drive, like a street legal shit.
Yeah.
You know, some luxury. So I know what it feels
What'd
like
you
a
drive?
test drive. Nothing.
What?
Oh
And
yeah.
drive
Oh
anything.
yeah.
His license was
yeah.
expired.
I took an L. That's the other thing. I get there, and what was I trying to do? Oh, I was trying to get the Hertz.
Yeah.
I was trying to get the Hertz car. And they're like, hey, your driver's license expired. I'm like, damn, TSA just let me through. And I'm like, fudge. So that means I can't drive. So I couldn't drive because it expired this year on my birthday. And I thought, you know, nobody pays. I don't pay attention to that. My driver's license is in my car at all times. I got to go get that tomorrow or Monday. Anyway, so it was a good time. We had to drive to Las Vegas. I mean, from Las Vegas to Anaheim. And that right there was like a 6-hour drive. It was
like 4 actually, wasn't it? It was 4.
But we stopped, so I added on another 30, 45.
Yeah.
So it
That
took
was
us
the same ride though on the way from.
Nah, it was me, Pomage, and Mike in one car. We were
Nice.
just lounging,
yeah.
Everybody
seat
else in the
back.
other one.
sleeping. Yeah, everyone else was packed in the Lincoln.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, who drove them?
Mike.
Mike drove the whole
Mike
way.
came through.
Mike's a maniac.
Yeah.
I'm
He
not
was treating an
trusting
SUV like a bike. I'm like, calm down.
Yeah.
Don't let him.
Yeah, you
drive.
guys were like kind of racing or something like that.
I
don't
should have just
know.
drove.
No, we weren't racing. I was trying to keep up with him
Mike
because
would have let me drive the GMC. He wouldn't have let me.
yeah. So I don't know. It was good. We got to Anaheim and everything was good from there. A lot of good things happened.
A lot
Right.
of bad things happen.
A lot of bad things happened.
But it
Got
hey,
the
things
victory,
happen.
though.
Yes.
Got
the W.
the-
That's
got
all
the
that
big.
matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
How'd you like the McLaren though? We didn't really talk about the cars.
All right. Well,
Like,
let's talk about the cars.
Let's talk about the cars.
How'd you like the McLaren?
I couldn't enjoy it because my head was touching the roof. I told you that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So
was a
that's
McLaren,
what happened to me
being,
too.
being 6'5" is a blessing and a curse. I've always
true.
told you guys that.
Yeah.
I don't have the luxury of being 6 feet tall and getting a nice little sports car. All right, I don't have that.
Well, nah, I mean my head was hitting it too. Like I sat. In
How
the
do basketball players do it then?
Custom? I don't know.
Custom made.
I don't know. The
Do
cars
they even
are small,
drive? Do they
fucked
just
up.
have other people drive?
I didn't
for
pull
them?
off till the air conditioner kicked on though. I told them.
Was the McLaren like a street legal McLaren though?
Yeah,
Like, it had
yeah,
Interior
yeah.
and all
It
that?
was the P1, the new one.
Oh, okay.
Bro, sick.
Hell yeah.
Bro, me and Bose were talking about like how dope it'd be to ride one of those cars like just in the street though.
Dude, you had
like there's riding in the
cars,
track,
bro.
it's just like it's the track.
Soon as I
It
said
was
it, he was
dope,
like-
but it's like on the street though, and the highway, you're just riding one of those dope cars.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you had to see the start stop button on it. He's like, all right, I
On
want
the-
you to push the brake in, hit this red button.
On the Ferrari?
That shit said. Oh, it had like the little red lining, like those little red dots, like so you can paddle shift. Like
Yeah.
it tells you when.
Right.
Oh, you had to see me pulling off. I was going slow though. I was pretending like I was in Schaumburg and shit, going down the road. Like, oh,
That's what I said too. Like, if I was ever to get a Ferrari or like a Lambo, I would literally never speed.
there's
Windows down, really slow, so people know who's
on
in
the
there.
on the highway. I would, but like if I'm around here, I'm making it loud so people can look. I'm cruising in it. Oh man, that Ferrari was.
What's
perfect.
up, my man? She looking tired. It's like
Bro, I've been yawning.
the
like, all day.
15th yawn this podcast.
I just before we started this, I had a huge Chipotle bowl.
Oh, those-
Bro, that does that. I just
You're
had.
ready to sleep.
I just had a Chipotle.
every time I eat a burrito, it puts me to sleep.
Yeah.
I got a nap after a burrito.
It's a lot of food,
Without
man.
stink bombs, man.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Oh, I'm
It
gonna
just
let
sneaks
go
up
later.
on you. You just be on the computer like this. Whoa. Whoa.
Do you let it go though? Do you
well, no, once I hit one of these, I just put everything down and go lay down.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Do you let it go?
Yeah,
Once you get tired? I mean, because we're in that position too where, like, I remember when I used to work at 2:00 every single day after lunch, I'd be like in my computer, like doing a file, and all of a sudden I'd be like, oh shit. I would get up to go get coffee. Didn't work. Coffee does not work for me. It doesn't.
I know my thing.
Naps work though.
Naps do work.
Nah, I wake up feeling shitty every time, to be honest.
It depends how long you nap though. Like
They said 20 minutes is what the power should be.
20, 30 minutes, perfect. I lay down for about 4 hours, then I wake up.
Bro, you get hit with a 20-minute nap. That's no way that's working, dude. Those won't work for me.
I mean, I have done that. I have done like a 20-minute nap, and I do feel like refreshed. But I at events, if I'm tired, well, it's like you yawning now. Everybody, it's contagious.
You started talking,
Start talking. Let's take a nap for this podcast, okay? At events, though, I do. If I go back to the hotel and I'm just sitting there watching TV and all of a sudden I say to myself, I'm like, you should take a nap. And I'm like, damn, we're getting wild, huh? Like, yeah. Like, you should take a nap, and I'm like, all right. I was like, sure.
You just kind of tease yourself. You fall asleep in that white pillow for like 5 minutes, and you wake up like, oh shit, I was really sleeping.
Yeah, it's like the room's cold.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
White pillow,
hotels.
TV on. You just pass out. You just wake up. You're like, I did it.
I did
it. So it's like a getaway for me. All right, so we get into Anaheim. We check in. We all check in the same hotel, the Hilton Anaheim. Will you remember it?
I've been there many times. Yes.
Same one.
Marriott right across. 2009. Nobody stayed in the Hilton. We were all across.
Really?
The street, the Marriott. Yeah.
Marriott's a nice hotel. They all got balconies and everything.
They got that restaurant in there too. Bomb ass quesadillas, bro. It's like the first MLG meal I've ever had.
So should we switch it up?
That's usually my go-to. Now it's like now I get some wings, some chicken fingers, fries.
No, the Hilton's the best. They got don't they have like a food court in the hotel?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It's all right. Place. What was that? Bahama
They have
Beach?
Sabaros.
What was that place
That's
called?
what it is.
Baja whatever.
Bahama Breeze.
Oh, dude, that place is fire.
No, it's not Bahama Breeze. It's Baja something.
Yeah, there is.
We have a Bahama Breeze, but it's not Baja. There's two different ones.
You talking about Baja Fresh?
Yeah.
Is it
Baja Fresh Grill?
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's got Baja. Was it good?
So good, bro.
Was it? Look, anytime I go to the Hilton Anaheim, I get two things the whole time I'm there. Okay?
Macaroni
For lunch, I have the club sandwich with avocado. Fire.
Bacon.
Okay? Little fries. For dinner, though?
The barbecue macaroni or whatever it's
No.
called?
It's like the 5-cheese macaroni and some braised ribs.
Oh,
Damn.
Fire.
What about the breakfast though? The Belgian waffle, honestly, at the
Yeah.
Hilton is the best.
The
waffle
best.
I've ever had.
I had it every morning.
Yeah.
Jay and I, because Jones was there the entire weekend.
Yeah.
That's what we get. Like every single time, Jay and I are like breakfast buddies, right?
Yeah.
Like that's my dude. Why are you making that face? Were you yawning?
I was holding it yawn.
Yo, I caught him. He's like, Hitch, you gotta zoom in on that. So I was legit like just having that. We have breakfast and the enchiladas for breakfast. There's a buffet, and they had enchiladas, and they were amazing, right? So we eat that one plate, and then I'll be like that. Someone would come and say, "Yeah, can I have a waffle?" Like, sure, a full one. Like, damn, okay. Sure enough, bro, best waffles.
Comes with all the fruit, like bananas and shit on it too. Chocolate drizzle, got the syrup.
You can ask whatever you want on it.
God.
I just went with the butters and the.
When the whipped cream gets down a little bit with the syrup.
Oh, don't even tempt me, bro.
I don't think I had breakfast once there when I was in Anaheim.
I don't need it. I didn't
think I
either,
had breakfast.
My schedule was fucked
bad,
up.
yo.
I was going to sleep 6 a.m. every day.
It was
Every
bad.
day.
So you're going to
bad.
sleep
McDonald's
at 6
sleep with Mike every day. Every day, bro. It was bad.
Isn't there an IHOP really close to there too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
That morning
And a
steakhouse?
Denny's. And a Denny's.
But I just
Morton's-
think once it hits like 5, 6, like I'm not hopping out the Uber. Only to go to my room.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I stayed up. I think I partied like maybe 2 nights out of the whole time I was there. The other nights I was in bed by a certain time. And
What day did you guys even get there? Was it Thursday?
Thursday.
You got there Thursday?
Thursday, left Monday.
Was it Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Okay.
Yeah, so the venue itself was like it always has been, except that this time we owned half of it. You know, in the past when Call of Duty was first starting, it was like this little cornered off section of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And then there was like StarCraft and then League of Legends. This time it was like half Call of Duty and that's that. And it was packed, bro.
What else was there?
No, it was all Call of
Nothing.
Duty.
It was all Call of Duty. I'm just saying half of the venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was packed. Like, I'm talking about the biggest crowd we've had in the United States.
It's bigger than 2013 Anaheim.
Oh,
Yes.
it was nuts.
Yeah.
You couldn't walk anywhere.
Well,
I don't
regular
think
people could.
I don't think anything beats the.
And by that I
G3.
mean people that aren't in the community.
Actually, I've never been to
nuts.
Paris. Those events probably
Way
crazy.
bigger than Paris. Paris was nothing.
Way bigger than Paris. Was
Way
it bigger than
big.
G3?
Whoa, G3.
When it was this was the one where it had like the double decker.
Bro,
they were in that little.
We were pretty separated in Paris though.
Yeah.
Like fans could have just like walked down on like the stage level because it was like separated because there was seats and then there was the stage.
Yeah.
This one we were all like the same level, right? And we had to like walk other places. Paris we had like security and like whatever like helping us get to places.
Yeah.
Anaheim 2013 was huge. The one like with your profile photo, you know what I'm talking about? It's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Should have been there, Willis.
Yeah, it was big. It was packed, bro.
This is the best way to explain it. You know how like you go to the event Thursday through Sunday, whatever days it starts, and you take a lot of pictures those days, and by Sunday you can pretty much just walk through the venue.
Yeah.
Dip out.
Everybody's got their photos
everyone's
and
already got
everything.
their bro. Every day, like you couldn't move. Trust me.
You
If
sneak
were
through the
there-
back?
Oh,
No.
if you were
No,
there,
we had to.
You might as well just take a seat out in the middle of the floor.
Because you're a rare one.
Yeah, bro.
Big T couldn't have walked.
Oh no.
It's gonna be the same. Is it same venue for
Orlando?
Champs
No,
or-
not Champs. Champs is I don't know where it is, but that's the other thing. I want to talk about Champs specifically, because I have my own. I'm mad.
Something happened?
Sort of. Anyway, but it was bad, right? So the first what was it? I think Friday or Saturday that we did the autograph session.
Saturday.
All right, on Saturday there's the guys play, and immediately after that I get a call from Pete from MLG. He's like, "Hey, are you guys doing an autograph session?" I was like, "No, why?" He's like, "There's a huge line in front of the merch booth," and I'm like, "Nah." So I go over there. I'm like, "Guys, we're not signing autographs today. The guys aren't signing autographs today." And then they're like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Man," I'm like, "Shit, I'm not gonna let them down." I'm like, I get in front of them, I'm like, "All right, if you guys want, I'm gonna be here signing autographs with Pamaj and Embos and maybe Mike." I call Embos. I'm like, "Yo, where you at?" He's like, "I'm at the venue." I'm like, "Come to the merch booth. We're gonna do an autograph session." Call Pamaj. Pamaj comes. Mike comes, and we were there for like an hour and 15.
Jesus.
Yeah, the line was
Constant.
crazy.
Constant.
Nobody like left the line whenever you said that.
No,
Turn
and I said, "Guys, one item only. One item only. One item only."
Couldn't even do pictures.
No, we can't do pictures.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
unfortunate that we
Would have
can't
been
do-
there for like 3 hours.
Right.
Yeah,
Takes too long.
yeah. If you do both, you're gonna be there longer than you should.
Yeah.
And luckily, like we got through everyone. The thing is that and maybe you guys, the fans, don't know this, but every venue has rules with the fire department, and you can't have a stagnant line for longer than 45 minutes. Luckily, we had people moving, and it was like diminishing.
Sometimes you
and
actually
diminishing.
see like the people come in. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a firefighter, right?
Yeah.
Like they'll come in. And
Yeah,
just
they're
fuck
gonna be like,
around and shit.
you got to break the shit up. So then the fans obviously get mad because they've been waiting. I completely understand. They've been waiting for 45 minutes, and then somebody comes in and says, "Yo, you got to go. You can't get an autograph. It sucks." So luckily, we were able to get through all of them. The following day, that's when the boys did their autograph session, and that was like an hour and 45. So they were there for a minute. I left because I knew they were going to be bitching at me, like, "Yo, what's up? Like, I'm hungry," and blah, blah, blah. Like, shut your ass up.
That was a struggle for them too, because we had to give
Shut
them
your
like
ass
had to give
up.
them like bananas and all that, because they had like no time to eat.
Yeah.
It was like, "Yo, just give me a banana." Like they were surviving off of bananas, like potassium overdose. Like that was their life.
Yeah.
Hell
But
yeah.
but overall, it was a really good event. It was the first MLG event this year, and you see the difference, right? And UMG throws an amazing event. Don't get me wrong, but the magnitude of the MLG events is just
Yo, I actually got a crazy story. Well, Mike told me the story, but Mike said he was in an Uber and his driver said that one time a couple got in and asked the driver to just drive but film a porno while he was driving.
Wait,
like
did
this.
he do it or no?
Yeah, he said he did it. They paid him $3,000 cash.
$3,000?
Cash.
Holy shit.
And then listen to this. And then the next day that we got a driver and Mike asked him about it, he said, "I do it for free." Fuck out of here. Filming no porno for free. Like, what? How does that even
was it the
sound?
same? Was it the same driver?
No, it was another guy.
Oh yeah, I was in the
You
same.
remember
I was in the
that?
same
Like, what
one
the hell
too.
is he
It's like,
talking
Wait,
about?
but what was
Do
the?
it for
How
free.
did you frame the question? Was it like, "Hey, would you film us three making a porno"?
I was in the front seat. Mike was in the back. He's like, "Oh, Bose, you were on my Uber yesterday." My driver said that he filmed a porno, got paid $3,000, and then Mike was like, "Would you do it?" He said, You know, I don't charge. I do it for free.
He just overheard it. We didn't ask. He was like,
Yeah.
"Would you do it?" He just like kind of overheard it. He was like, "I'd do it for free."
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. You
Gotta get something at me.
Yeah. Do I have to edit it?
I'm not editing this shit.
Do we have copyright for the music that you want to use in this porn?
Upload this in my channel.
Yeah, right. All right, so where do we leave off? Right, like literally just there before you.
Anaheim. It was
One Anaheim. E3 was after Anaheim.
E3 was after Anaheim. We ended up winning the event. E3 was after Anaheim. Oh no, we launched a new jacket, right? Yeah. A bomber jacket. And the way that this worked out was that I started talking to the people that created the old flak jacket, and they're like, hey, you know, it'd be cool if you guys create your own jacket. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna have the same jacket that everybody else has, right? Because the flak jacket was available for like FaZe, for Envy, for everybody. And I'm like, I don't want. I want to have
people could order it.
Huh?
Yeah, I say even normal people could order it.
Wait, and that's fine. No, I get it. But what I'm saying is like I wanted to have an OpTic one.
No, yeah.
Right. So they hit me up and they're like, hey, I'm gonna bring the samples to the jacket to the venue, and this was like 2 weeks before that. He's like, but I have this order of jackets that excuse me. I have this order of jackets that never went to the old client, and this client just is not responding. Do you want them? And I'm like, well, how much are they? And then they're like $110 or whatever. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, yeah, so we can sell them for like, we can make some profit off of there. Send me a picture, whatever. And then he sends me the picture and I look at it, and I'm like, damn, those are dope. And I'm like, why don't they want it? They're like, I don't know if they're just not responding. I'm like, yeah, I'll take them. So I put in the order, and then in like 2 to 3 days, they had it all embroidered with the OpTic gaming logo. That's how the OpTic bomber jackets came to be. We put them. They are dope, right?
They're so dope.
Right, yeah.
They're like canvasy. They're not like your typical jackets, right? They're just like, and that's always been like my case, right? I want to be able to sell like gaming stuff, like the T-shirts and all that shit, but I also want to sell like street style shit, you know. A buddy of mine owns a store in Chicago called Modest. It's like a Supreme, or like it's like a skate shop where they sell their own clothes. And last year or the year before that, I was like, I was gonna throw money in on the company I was gonna own it, but I'm like, no, I'd just rather make like something OpTic, like something high quality OpTic, OpTic private label, OpTic black label, OpTic green label, something that's like definitive that says higher quality stuff. But then he brought the samples for the 3 other jackets. He's like, yo, I have 3 jackets. These are the samples. Which ones do you want? I saw them. I'm like, I want all of them. There's 3 total. One's the Anorak.
3 different designs.
The bomber jacket, the bomber jacket, the tech jacket, and the Anorak jacket. It's like a hoodie with like zippers on the side. It's like very Kanye West-ish style. Like it's got the extendo in the back. You know what I'm talking about? Post?
That's my favorite. The extendo clip.
It's got the extendo in the back. It's dope. It's so raw.
I think I saw the bomber. I don't know if I saw that one though.
Yeah,
What's it called again?
They're both right there.
Anorak.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's like, all right, which one do you want? And I was like, all right, this is like exclusive. Nobody else is going to be able to print these. He's like, no, which one do you want? And I was like, both. He's like, damn. I was like, make it count.
I get down.
Yeah. I'm like, down. I was like, but I don't want anybody else wearing these. Because if people are going to be wearing them, it's going to say OpTic on them. So
wait, so those aren't going to go for sale?
Of course they're going to go for sale. I'm saying like no other team can have those.
Okay.
Right? So we got 3 different styles. We have the bomber jacket, the Anorak, which is dope, and then the tech jacket, which is like the old flak jacket, but a little bit more upgraded.
Yeah, we got swag now,
Yeah. And then the other shit that we're dropping.
Yeezys. We got some shoes coming?
Look, I don't want to say yes and I don't want to say no. Okay, but I'm working on everything. Like for the last couple of like weeks, bro, my brain's been on some shit.
Bro, you know what? Me and Bose want to work on something too.
Hit me.
Yeah.
Can we talk about it?
Yeah, we should.
Well, I don't know, bro. People are shiesty as fuck.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Take the idea
What do you mean? Yeah, you know how many people probably watch this podcast.
No. Yeah, good point. Well, this is.
Well, no, let's talk about it. We'll make Hitch cut it afterwards if we feel that like, we need to. Oh shit! But yeah, all right. So Hitch, you're gonna cut that section. But yeah, all right. So let's move on. We did E3. E3. We were just there to do a show match against FaZe for Turtle Beach, our new sponsor, new headset sponsor. They were like legit. They hooked it up. E3 for me, bro, it's like I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll go if we have to go. If Call of Duty would have been there, I would have been okay. But the fact that it wasn't, it was just like I'm done. Like I just go for the T-shirt from Call of Duty and I leave. In the parties.
Care package you get?
Huh?
The care package you get when you show up? Like,
yeah.
Welcome to E3.
Yeah, welcome to E3. Do the back scene thing. The back. How do you say the back? Backstage. Yeah, the backstage thing. And you play the game before it comes out. You do the multiplayer, all that, right? But this year they didn't have it because they're pushing it. They're pushing the reveal of the multiplayer to Call of Duty XP. Did you hear about Call of Duty XP yet?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. So Call of Duty XP, are you going to come back and win it?
Not going to win it, but I'll be there playing paintball and shit.
Hell yeah.
Zip lining on people. Eating at Burger Town.
Ooh.
Wait, will they have that?
Yeah.
Or anything?
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. It'll be dope. If it's in the same, I think it might be in the same.
It's
not the airplane hangar or whatever. Oh shit.
I think the airplane hangar place they turn into the YouTube space.
What?
I could be wrong, but it's like in the same area.
It's in the Forum, wherever that is.
Yeah, so no, that's downtown. Okay. The problem there, though, the problem last year, though, and this is something that we talked with Activision, is that teams were only given 4 tickets for the players. There was no manager ticket, and there was no like passes for the owners or the managers to get access to their players. Last year, I had to do some stuff to make sure that I had my all access, but it was unfair for the rest of the teams. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have that. Yeah. This year is different. We're going to get passes, so it's like at least they're listening in that regard. I'm excited, though. I'm such a Call of Duty fan. Bro! I had a meeting at Activision.
Yeah, what made you mad, man?
Well, what made me bad about COD XP is that it sold out. The VIP shit sold out. Oh. Okay, the Prestige Edition passes, the best seats in the house, sold out. And it's upsetting because I want to buy 4. I don't like to be given shit for free. I wanted to buy and support the cause. I wanted to buy 4 tickets, one for my brother, one for my dad, and 2 other people that are going to be going, business associates. And they sold out, so I'm mad at that. But I had a meeting at Activision about something completely off the record and cool. You guys will hear soon. I hate to do this to you guys. Okay, I hate it because I hate when people do that shit to me. Hate it. So I was there, and I'm like, so give me a tour, like, right? So we started going on a tour. We saw Skylanders, right? The Skylanders section, the Guitar Hero section, and then we go into the Call of Duty section. And I'm like, it was me and Jay, and I'm like, damn. And then I'm like, oh shit, they had like all this memorabilia. You know me, I collect shit, right? And I'm like, yo, what's up? Where's the Call of Duty 2 stuff? They're like, oh no, we don't really have that stuff. I'm like, oh, or whatever. So we keep doing the tour, and we're walking. And then Jay looks to the right, and then he's like, yo. And I look to the right immediately. In a tiny little copy machine room, there's a fucking Call of Duty 2 poster above the copy machine. The original Call of Duty 2 poster. Do you know the discipline that I had to put inside of me for me not to come out and be like, yo, how do we get this out of here? You know what I'm saying? Like my mischievous youth wanted to come out and be like, all right, let's figure this shit out. This can't come out. This is coming out.
They would have
break
never
the glass real quick.
They would have never. No, I'm not even that. It's like it was like the most.
It was stashed in the copy room.
It wasn't even stashed. It was framed. It was framed like the way we frame our own shit. Yeah. All right. It was framed, and it was like the original Call of Duty 2 poster. And I'm sitting there like, why the fuck is this in like tucked away here? And you have some fucking Advanced Warfare like pride up there. Like this is the game. And maybe I have a little bit more sentimental value because it changed my life, literally. But I was like, I need this fucking poster. So I started making phone calls. I called Sepso. I called the guy that I was there with. I'm like, please, man. Fuck, what do you want? Like, what do you want for this to be a legal transaction?
How much did you pay?
I don't want to say because,
Wait, you got it?
No.
Oh.
No. But I told him, I'm like, yo, how do we make this happen so it doesn't happen illegally? Because I'm
gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, right? I want that poster right here. Okay.
I don't even know what it looks like. Call of Duty 2 original poster.
Yeah, it bro. Jay and I were sitting there, and I'm like, all right, Jay and I like met on that game. We spent so many nights and days and months on that shit, and I was just sitting there, and I'm like, I'm gonna get a Call of Duty 2 tattoo poster. I'm gonna get a Call of Duty 2 tattoo, right? It's not gonna say Call of Duty, but it's gonna be the 2 or the 2 stars, 100%.
That'd be dope.
I fucking love that game. And I was like, oh, I want that poster so bad. And the fact that you guys don't give a shit about it because it's in a fucking copy room should just be like, hey, here you go. Let me get on his good side, and maybe he'll owe me a favor, and I would. But
couldn't convince him.
Nah, so we're still working on it. Again, if you're watching Activision, what do I need to do to acquire it legally? It's gonna happen either way.
It will happen.
Shit's happening. It's coming out them pockets. All right, come up off them shoes, boy, as they used to say. But yeah, let's move on to a little bit more serious topic. Do you guys have anything? Because we're winding down, and I wanted to touch on something that happened just in Orlando alone, right? Like a lot of shit happened in Orlando that I want to talk about, and we didn't get a chance. I mean, we would have talked about it in this podcast, but like the amount of fucking stupidity, right, that's fucking happening in this day and age with fucking guns, and it's a tough topic because I respect, right? I respect the right to bear arms. Absolutely do it, right? Because if at any point in time we need to rise up against our shitty ass government, we should be able to defend ourselves. But the problem with that is that they're not doing the appropriate things to do. They're fucking handing it to people that should not be fucking owning guns. And I'm not saying that even if legally they couldn't acquire them, that they're not going to go to the ghetto and acquire that shit too. And that's a completely different problem all on its own because we live in Chicago and we know how the fuck they get down here.
No, we coming, but no, just not about that.
All right, so
I read the other day. Do you know there's 33 states in the U.S. where at private gun shows it's not required to run a background check on people to get weapons?
Yeah.
What?
You can literally just buy a weapon at a private gun show.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I don't know. I don't really like, to be honest, is one of the things I say. I don't really like to speak on any of this because I say the wrong thing. I start stepping on toes. The whole world
any
hates
topic
me,
like that.
Yeah,
I can't even say anything about it because I'm from Canada, so I don't really know how things go down here. So.
Yeah, and people in the UK, like every cop that
crazy.
I saw in the UK,
definitely crazy, bro.
Everybody that I saw in the UK, every cop that I saw in the UK didn't have a gun; they had a baton.
Right.
But that's because they don't have to fight somebody with guns. Right. We have to have guns here. Cops have to have guns because the fucking hoodlums have fucking guns.
There's like 280 million guns in the U.S. in circulation.
Yeah, like, and again, I am all about, like, I'm not saying that I have or don't have weapons at my house, but I understand the right to be able to defend your own home, right? I understand that completely, okay? But there's, at some point or another, there has to be, like, some sort of reform that, like, fixes it. Because if anybody can grab a gun, they can legitimately just do exactly what they did at this fucking place. Now, are you guys familiar with what happened in Orlando at the gay club?
Yeah,
nuts. I just know like the basis of what happened. I didn't really go into
just
the
randomly
story.
woke up like a Twitter moment. It was like my heart sunk. I was like,
there was a video. Wasn't an AR-15 he had or something like that? Yeah. There's a video on World Star of it's like labeled, "This is how easy it is This is how easy the Orlando shooter got the AR-15 into the club." And it was like you can just tell he was like a Marine or something, a military guy, and he was fully clothed, pants, shirt, walking around his room. Next thing you know, he just lifts up his shirt, AR-15. Like 4 mags he had on him. He had a pistol,
And you couldn't tell.
You couldn't even tell. Yeah, you couldn't even tell.
Yeah, the fact that it's that easy to get weapons. The guy had been like questioned by the FBI twice or something, and was able to buy an AR-15 and 2 pistols, I think, in 1 week leading up to the attack.
And I haven't read like the like fully what happened, but I just wanted to like obviously say that like my opinion on that is just that it's like one hate, man. It's like 2016. Live and let live. Fuck. Like, what is it? Like, I understand religion. I understand that a lot of people watching this podcast are still going to be like, well, homosexuality is wrong. It's not supposed to be like mind your own fucking business. Right. Like, they're not like, the dude said that there was a couple kissing in front of his son. Turn him away. Like,
his dad.
Yeah. So I understand. No one's like forcing you to watch it, right? But and I understand in a public place, you kind of are forced to watch it, right? Just turn away. Mind your own business, man. Like, mind your own business. I'm not. It just annoys me, right? When people and it happened to us earlier this year, right? When not to that capacity, but when the whole thing happened with Jewel, where she was like drinking underage and all that. I don't care about that. She could do whatever she wants behind closed doors, right? But it was the fact that she was doing it in public, and it was the fact that I like Jewel, like from the get go. Like I always treat her the way she should have been treated. I treat her with respect. I made sure that if she needed something, she had it, whatever. But the fact that that happened, like I don't care what people do behind closed doors. It is when something happens where I get complaints on that I have to act on. And at that point, it wasn't even on my shoulders. So I had to make the decision. But like when shit like that happens, just like it's 2016, it's gonna continue to be more free, right? People are gonna continue to do what they feel is right, and nobody should have a right to say no, you can't kiss another man, or no, you can't kiss another woman if you're a woman.
It's just a shitty situation, man. It's just it's like I can't even like really like picture it in my brain, like someone just walking up to people and just like no thought, no remorse, just pulling the trigger, like not on one person, not on two people, but like crowds
50
of
people.
Yeah. Like at that point, it's just like, do you feel bad at all? Like, are you just blacked out? Like,
probably stopped feeling a long time ago. I'm sure.
Yeah, like it's just crazy to think about that kind of shit. It's scary, bro.
It is.
The fact that someone has no remorse and they just shoot you, no remorse, bro. Just you could just be minding those people came from their home. We're gonna meet me at this place. Yeah, meet me at the club. We're gonna have a few drinks. You know, they're probably
they were probably playing. Imagine being in the underground or something. Something popping off like that. I mean, there's no.
Yeah, you ain't getting out.
It's like what can you do?
The crazy thing is like they're like walking around the club looking for people.
Right.
Like
it was one guy, right?
I'm just saying in general. Like he's not walking in the club shooting people and running. He's walking through the club just hitting everyone.
Yeah. Look, in cases like that, they always say that that
shit's crazy, bro.
A lot of people are gonna fall, but if everybody bands together and rushes them, you're gonna cut down the amount of people that he takes down.
Yeah,
it's like if everybody rushes him,
bro. But
just think about how chaotic it is.
You see an AR-15 in someone's hands, like.
Well, you probably don't even see it. A lot of people didn't even know what was going on. Like you hear the shooting start. They're probably drunk.
You hear like
It was last call, so it was like 2-3 a.m. Everybody's
fucking drunk anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like muzzle flashes everywhere. It's like there's lights
chaotic.
flashing everywhere.
Everybody's
music's loud.
There's people that survived in the bathroom. They were saying that he just came in the bathroom, and didn't open the door. He was just shooting through the door.
Yeah.
Like damn.
Crazy stuff.
And then he took his own life.
And the YouTube
just
girl, the
like,
voice girl.
Yeah,
that's.
Did you guys read on that? Was it an ex-boyfriend that happened, or just some random?
It was like a stalker.
It was some guy. Like they were saying, literally just watched it yesterday. Actually, they were saying like that he drove like he had it planned out. Like they were saying that these kind of people have some like in their mind like kind of relationship with the celebrity that doesn't really exist clearly.
Yeah.
So like he drove, like he planned this plan. He was gonna drive there, do it, and then drive back. But like they said that he shot her like point blank range 3 times. Like, lady was just meeting her fans, meet and greet.
Yeah,
that shit's scary.
Yeah, it is.
So another thing that happened in Orlando was that a little kid at a Disney resort, got snatched up by an alligator. Did you hear about that?
Now,
yeah, I heard about that.
I will voice an opinion on this. I don't know the situation or how it happened, but there's got to be some kind of poor parenting that plays a part in there. 100,000%. You don't just get dragged. Alligators just pop out of the water and just grab you.
You got to be more aware, like as a parent, of alligators and all that. You know what I mean?
Yes and no. As a parent, and I'm not perfect. Like, I can see how if you're in that setting, in the happiest place on earth, right, at a resort, there's a whole bunch of kids in the water, everything's fine.
Was this Disneyland or Disney World, by the way?
California? It's not Orlando.
And what? The kid was swimming in the water?
I think he was just on like the little. It's like a lake at one of the.
It's
not
on
even
the
at
edge.
the park. It was at one of the hotels. Like
it
was
was
inside the park, but.
Yeah, there's a picture where it's like there's lawn chairs everywhere. There's like a movie theater or like a movie screen, and there were like you see the lake, and there were people just sitting next to it. And look, you're not gonna be able to control alligators in that habitat.
Yeah,
that's
course.
where they live, right? They aren't invading our habitat. We are invading theirs, right? Sad, right? Obviously, I feel I wouldn't know what to do, right? If that should happen to me, but at some point or another, man, like you have to have some sort of like common sense and know that like
there's got to be signs. Like there's definitely signs or something like
Disney should have signs 100%. That is like, hey, this is an alligator country.
I didn't even know that was possible. I thought it was like lakes that they made. You know what I'm saying? Not like one of the actual lakes in Florida. I thought it was one of the man-made lakes, and they stock it with whatever's in there.
Even then, though, bro, like any alligator's not going to be like, oh, this is man-made. Like they're just going to be like, holy shit, this is a perfect lake, right? Because they made it perfect. Right. So I mean, look at the golf courses in Florida. They just found this mammoth ass fucking alligator.
It was a dinosaur, yo.
Yeah. Did you see it?
It was massive, yo.
Yeah. So like, I get it, and it was just shitty, man. And obviously people are going to call for the. It was split up, right? Like people said what you said. There's poor parenting, yes, because
you gotta play some part though.
Yeah, no, 100%. You always have to keep an eye on your.
How
kids.
old was the kid?
2.
And they found they found the body with like intact, pretty much.
He just swallowed it.
No, he drowned it. He drowned it and that left it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like how much does a 2-year-old know? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, what when the kid's 2?
It's nothing. They're nothing.
Still a fucking kid.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I may be wrong, right? But I read like in high school, I think that kids aren't considered humans until they.
Wait,
like
how old is
4
how old is Holly's kid? Damon's kid.
2.
2. I mean.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, literally, like
kid,
no,
like,
that's your sole job, right? At that age, you can't keep your eyes off of it.
Oh yeah,
him or her, right? But again, I get it. I get a little lapse in judgment. I'm not, I feel horrible for the parents, right? And I'm not gonna sit here and judge them on whatever it is because they paid the ultimate price essentially. Oh man, this podcast turned super dark. Maybe we should cut this part.
It's bad stuff that happened, man.
It happens every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, it's just fucking horrible things. Anyway, yeah, I don't have anything else, but I think. Wait, do we have a relationship advice that we got to give?
Do we have time with the camera situation?
We
started out at 60 minutes on the camera, just so you know.
Do we have camera time?
How long we've been going? Hitch is
so
naps while we podcast.
All right, so hopefully that last part wasn't too one opinionated, which we're allowed to, but more importantly too dark, right? We want these podcasts to be as fun as possible, but at some point or another we have to offer an opinion on certain things.
Shit's real podcast.
Real life.
Yeah, and it's a problem if you are a person who is going through some bad times and have bad thoughts, reach out and talk to somebody. Don't harm yourself. Don't harm others. At least try to work it out. It's a disease. We're very well aware of it, and just reach out to somebody. They can certainly help. We're gonna put a phone number down there in case you are one of these people that need help. And we hope that we'll see you on the next podcast, and hopefully the next podcast will be a little bit more live.
Oh yeah!
And it will be next week. We will not be missing more episodes.
Well,
that was the last thing we missed.
Well, I go to New York. I'm kidding. No. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. Thank you for tuning in, boys and girls. Any closing comments?
Good to be back. Thanks for watching.
Petoto. Shh, you don't understand this.
I know you guys are clowns.
You don't speak this.
You wanna tell Hitch?
Hit the music.
All right, Hitch.